single game, but it's going to be very difficult to do considering the matchup of Decibel versus Arisu. This matchup in our community has been played numerous times and it never ever gets old. I cannot wait to see this matchup.
A certified panel classic is what I'd love to define that as. So that's going to be an exciting match to watch. So we'll be watching that, and then of course, are we going to be watching both semifinal matches, or are we just going to have just the one? Okay, so then we will start off with those two and just see this panel classic play out for the world.
You folks at Puzzle Kingdom, you are in for a treat. Decibel will be on your left side of the screen. Arisu will be on your right whenever they are ready to go.
Yep. The match of the ages. Oh, I'm excited for this. This is going to be a real showing. All right. Are you going to let him know to start, Edge, or do you want me to? Okie dokie. It's yeah, there you go. All right, and they started. Aren't the exact same movements? That's crazy. All right, and they start off Decibel, of course, with an extremely aggressive attack on Arisu.
Arisu making a 5-chain off her own, 6 combo into clear there. Right now, as I'm seeing, this is basically a traditional start to the Decibel Arisu matchup.
Arisu playing extremely, having a somewhat defensive style versus Decibel, and Decibel usually being on the offense. It's a matter of, can Arisu outlast Decibel?
The answer she is yes. Only 30 seconds in, Arisu could not find a matchup to make. Right there, Decibel takes the first game.
As I was saying before, it is usually a matter of, can Arisu outlast Decibel before Decibel makes an offensive mistake, and then Arisu capitalizes on that in order to do that. So it's a game of patience, if you will, but at the same time, it's exciting all around just to see him fight back and forth. Decibel, of course, setting up for big chains, starts with an 8 combo, but is going to continue capitalizing off that.
Arisu rearranging the panels on her second tier, making that clear right in time. That's also something good to keep aware. If your bottom, if the bottoms of your panels you cannot make a match at the bottom. If you still have some on the top, you can still make a match. You can still survive, and then for more panels, you can find yourself out of a dangerous situation.
Decibel just has this also great knack of making these crazy setups that are like, it's like Omaiwabu Shinderu level, where it's there and you didn't even realize that the setup was there until it's already happened.
Right now, 5 combo clear in from Arisu's board, still hanging on here, minute in. Has a lot of panels, on the second tier. He's gonna, go ahead and rearrange those panels to make that clear as well.
Yep, Decibel will have a bunch of garbage on their side soon, but we'll immediately clear that out of the way. Arisu also clearing off her side of her stack. And thus the game continues.
Right now, Arisu being hit by a massive combo storm from Decibel. And she make the clear right in time. Has a lot of panels to work with. See if she can throw some big offense to try to hopefully slow Decibel down. 4 combo into clear now.
Arisu Decibel setting up a 9 combo there. It pops off right there. But here comes the delayed chains. It's just going to start. Everything falls into. Every time the garbage falls, everything just kind of clicks and falls together to just send another attack.
Decibel missed a 6 combo from the second tier, and now an 8 to break the rest of the garbage. And I believe he's had even more. He's got a lot more combos coming in. Another 8.
We're going to see another 9 in a second, I think. Nope, it's another 5, but that wasn't even close. Lots of 5s coming off from... Ooh, an 11 combo being sent off from Decibel over to Arisu.
That's ridiculous.
These setups and it's just the forethought is absolutely maniacal on this side of Decibel. But Arisu has done a good job so far holding Decibel's attacks off and is still continuing with several panels on her side for a counterattack. So I would not count Arisu out just yet.
One thing you may have noticed on Arisu's board, she opted to go for a simple clear instead of a combo. Sometimes it's best to play it safe by going for a simple clear instead of a, ooh, fancy 8, though. I'll give her that. Or combo into clear now.
Absolutely. It's better, of course, to, you know, be alive to send the combo later than be dead and never get to send it to start. Decibel, of course, he's going to use those greens to clear. Both players just really hanging on. Have there been two big, like, close calls for deaths? I think they've been planning ahead and surviving so far, though I'm just waiting to see which one will be put on the true defensive soon. Looks like Arisu's going to get a attempt. May have made a little bit error there, but Arisu's just buying time by creating chains and combos just to downstack her side to
right now. Yeah,
garbage.
Right now Arisu just going for simple clears right now. I believe right now is the transition into a more defensive playstyle from Arisu. 4 minutes into this matchup right now.
Looks like Decibel's gonna get like at probably a 6 to start off. Really likes to play around with those 5 combos, which are 5 combos are great in this game. They're very good, and you can see Decibel has more 5 combos than any other combo if you look over to the left.
So to let the folks know, a 4 combo, whenever you make 4 combo back to back, they will not stack over each other. In fact, they will stack left and then to the right. So it'll basically be 2 blocks. Essentially, the board is a 6 panel wide board. The 4 combo garbage is essentially 3 garbage blocks wide. So essentially, they're going to line up next to each other. If you do a 5 combo, however, it'll be 4 blocks long. And because you can't match it right next to each other without clipping, it'll just stack right over the other, which for some good amount, a good amount of 5 combos will be enough just to top your opponent. Remember, that is the key to the game, just to top your opponent. Not how much garbage you can send them, but how high their stack is.
Absolutely, great explanation from Solitaire. 8 combos are great too because just one 8 combo sends over 2 pieces of garbage as compared to just a 5, which would only send over 1 piece of garbage, which gives 5s and 8s quite a good number. And then, of course, anything beyond 8 also sends over more than 1 piece of garbage. So it's also a very quick way to send over attacks.
I will say one key factor when it comes to throwing combos, especially for a lot of the higher level players, this has been thrown around within the community. 7 combos work a bit differently. Essentially, a 7 combo, whenever you make it clear, it'll essentially drop a tire, will drop 6 block wide garbage row, which is equivalent to performing a 2 chain. Now, there are certain factors when it comes to 7 combo. It takes a little bit longer for it to drop on the screen, which is something generally you don't want to do. If you make your combo, you want it to drop on your opponent's board as soon as possible. Any frames beyond that is not exactly ideal. So it's one thing you need to keep an eye on is the 7 counter over on the board. You can see Arisu has performed somewhat 4, maybe out of desperation. Decibel has only performed 1, which is very unlike his strategy. He is aware that 7 combos are not exactly the ideal way to go, most likely out of desperation or most likely completely unaware. That's something to keep an eye on.
There's something little notice. It's like a meme in this community. There's a whole document as to why it's unoptimal, but otherwise, as to the game, it looks like Arisu, of course, still doing a good job clearing. We're about to hit the 7-minute mark here. Kind of funny considering we were just talking about 7. Ooh, I don't think Decibel try to
Arisu's got panels on 2nd tier. Yep, she's gonna break those down now.
Manages, of course, just clear that garbage, always having a clear ready on her side. Decibel taking that 2nd clear, using that 2nd step over on top of the other garbage to clear both above and below. Just using his resources very efficiently. All it has to do, it just has to be touched the garbage. It can be from above, below, left, or right. So if you can literally kill 2 pieces of garbage with 1 clear.
Double delay 4 combo from Arisu now lining up her panels and such. Okay, well, wanted to drop the hearts, but quickly moves it back into its original spot. Make the match into the garbage there. Yep, has the clear right there, ready to go. 7.5 minutes I believe once we reach the 10-minute mark, I believe that's when fatigue will start setting in. Keep in mind, this is only the second game.
Yes. Which kind of insane because just of how much this game has been optimized and just how powerful these players are.
Someone in chat's making a big old estimate. 18 minutes they're predicting. Well, we got 10 more minutes to go. The longest I've seen is 15, so that'll break our record by 3 whole minutes.
Thank you for the I don't know if on Twitch, but thank you for the raid from Willie J with a party of 67 people. Really appreciate that.
Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome in, welcome all, welcome to Puzzle Kingdom. If you've not heard our voices, that is Shosoul. I'm Solitaire. We are doing Airwalkers, essentially our first ever foray into Panel de Pon, our first ever Panel de Pon tournament here on Puzzle Kingdom. Right now, you're watching the matchup of Decibel versus Arisu, 2 common names within the Panel de Pon community. Both have a very strong rivalry within going on for a year. Decibel, for those of you who are unaware, is our champion. Arisu has always been runner-up, 3rd place or 4th place within our tournaments. Her big goal is to finally beat Decibel in a clean set and hopefully take the title away from them.
Of course, these are our top, like our top players. So these matches are taking a longer than your average match for your average players. Of course, they're both very good at what they do, both just staying alive. Even though they have so little time, they use it so well.
And speaking of time, 9 minutes and 30 seconds into the matchup now. We're slowly approaching that 10-minute mark. I will share this one fun fact with you guys. In official tournaments, which rarely happen, but official games, especially in the Super Famicom version of Panel de Pon, the timer would stop at 9 minutes and 59 seconds. If the match, and if our system was similar to that, we would essentially stop at 9 minutes 59 seconds. Force both players to play a time mode where essentially each player has 2 minutes, and whoever scores the most points, he declared the winner. However, we do not have that system implemented, nor would we want to follow exact tradition. So, as of now, players are going to be going past that mark, which we already have 10 minutes into this matchup now.
And for the future, I will say that and Decibel finally taking it off Arisu.
After 10 minutes, not quite 18. I'm sorry to the one person in chat who wanted 18 minutes, but 10 is nothing to scoff at.
Oh, for sure. I would say, and of course, I would say this game is, Panel Tech is being constantly updated. We are always diligently working on the game and making sure it's good. We are looking at ways to shorten games, which could make it faster, give the players less time to react. And Arisu in a bit of a tough spot right now. Needs to use those greens to clear. Finds
uses the reds to clear. Keeps herself alive here.
Shows the skill difference between me and the best of the best. But we are looking at ways to shorten games.
Oh,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's perfectly fine. It's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of action here to see. That's the thing about Panel. It's a lot of constant motions, a lot of fast moving, especially at a high speed such as this. Level 10, officially the fastest speed in the game. Before our tournaments in the past, back from a few years ago, the speed would be regulated to 8, but now 10 has been the standard. And even as 10 being the standard, Arisu with an 8 chain out of nowhere. Okay, fantastic, beautiful. Love to see it.
I threw Decibel for a loop there. Had to make quite a few down clears in order to clear that garbage. Really good timing on that.
That's right. That's correct. Decibel does have that one singular shock panel. It's not really much in his way, but as of right now, it's nothing more than a nuisance to his board. So hopefully he can manage to play around that up at least until he gets the other 2 coming into his board as well.
Yeah. As I was saying, just alleviate fears. We are always working on ways, and we think we'll figure out a way to shorten these games for like the top players. Even if you're just getting into this game, you don't need to worry about your games being this long. So don't let that
speaking of getting into this game, I like to let people know Panel Attack is an open source, essentially an open source clone of the original Tetris Attack Panel de Pon game that was released on Super Famicom, Super Nintendo. Essentially, we are open source. You are allowed to, play the game as you see fit. We have people playing our very huge competitive settings. We have people who focus on time type modes. Hey, we even have people working on like things for like mods or like future upgrades to the game. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, feel free to go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, it's free, so no pay. It's
No pay.
Yeah.
Hey, he's back in the action here. Arisu immediately getting hit with the garbage right off the bat here. Decibel makes a 5 combo into clear there.
Clear. We may have to shorten the tournament a little bit just to show, just for the power of these players. It is really showing off. They're out there doing their best today, and what a showing for today, especially for this first tournament. They are giving it their all.
As I said in the beginning, Arisu Decibel matches never cease to amaze me. Like, they will go, I could see them play all day, every day, and I'll still get baffled as to how they can make certain moves, how one person manages to stay alive, and there are some things that I didn't think was possible in this game, but after seeing people perform them, it was quite a shock.
Oh, for sure.
But right now, though, Decibel, 3 games in, match point for Decibel. So far, it's looking like a clean sweep here.
Both players starting with attacks. Decibel, of course, getting off the
Arisu
first...
with a 9 chain off the bat. That's totally unlike her strategy.
Really, that's just the counterattack, just the answer to that 6th chain.
Right now, Arisu doing everything she can to the wall to try to hopefully throw off, try to slow down Decibel's movement. If he's busy breaking that huge garbage block, he won't have time to throw any offense whatsoever. Should give her a lot of free room here. But Decibel replies in kind with a good amount, with good combo storm there, so not quite the freedom.
For sure. Trying to catch Arisu off guard with just very quick attacks to give her as little time as possible to respond.
Pleasure, can you do me a solid? Can you double check for me if it's 1st to 5 or 1st to 4? Absolutely. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, my headset died. I think it is 1st to 5. We might want to cut this from the future for like 1st to 4 from here on out. But what do you think, Edge? Yeah.
Oh! Arisu somehow keeping herself alive. I could have sworn she was locked out of her board, but somehow managed to find a matching set of panels to keep herself alive. Right now, though, right now, Arisu on very defense. Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Defense right now.
Players really just not just throwing their all into this right now. Okay, so everyone in chat is like, okay, who suggested 1st to 99? That's okay. Bruh. Oh yes, I do want to be here for several weekdays. Thank you.
We assure you, folks. 1st to 5, it's best for in all of our best interests. These matches can go for quite a while. Paddle's a very different game.
Man, I do. Now we really got to think about prioritizing, just making those changes to the game to help speed these along. We'll definitely be looking at that a lot now. We're always taking feedback, by the way, so I don't know if I'm really allowed to say this. I guess if you have any feedback, feel free to come over to Panel Attack and give it after you try the game for yourself and have maybe any ideas that you'd like to be added to the game. We're always willing to listen to feedback, for good things and for things that could be fixed or improved. We always just want to make the game the best it can be. We're not offended. Don't worry. So just want to put that out there. If you guys have any ideas you like to have, then come over and just tell me or tell a dev or just put in the features suggestions.
Right now, 3.5 minutes into this matchup here. Arisu keeping herself alive here. Oh, Combo Storm just came up to her board. Had to make a quick clear. Decibel still Showing a good amount of offense, not letting Arisu rest one bit.
See if the Arisu can be. Arisu starting off 7-6. I can't count for some reason. 7-6. That's not how. That's not up. It's so the chains are so powerful. It's baffling even me.
Oh, a combo from Decibel makes that clear in. That's nice and beautiful. Love to see it. 9 from Arisu, a little bit earlier, kind of unorthodox, but still lovely to see. The real mod? Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. This game is full. You can mod almost any aspect of this game. So
have someone do it or do it yourself. That's what I say.
Yep.
Right now, 4 and 3/4, almost 5 minutes into this matchup. We might get another game 2 here, where we could get another 10 minutes of this.
Looks like Arisu is starting to run a little low. Oh, takes it from Decibel.
Whoa! Well, there goes the perfect streak. There goes the perfect streak from Decibel. It's not gonna happen today. Maybe next time.
But Mario death sound. All right.
We make that joke because as you can see on your screen, Decibel always plays Bowser.
Yeah. You rarely ever see him not play Bowser. It's true. He's a true final boss. He is the final boss of the American release of Panel de Pon, which is called Tetris Attack.
No, he's just the final boss of Panel de Pon, Panel Attack. That's what he is.
Yeah, there we go.
So on brand based, absolutely, 100%. 9 combo from Arisu though, double delay from Decibel, and now a 5. It is first to 5, so it's still anyone's game here right now. Game 5, actually.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone is just really fighting for. Who just said Kamek is better? Yeah, Kamek. Sorry, Kamek is better than Bowser. I'm a Kamek main. Not that that makes any remote difference, but I play Kamek.
It's aesthetic purposes. Like, the characters don't actually make that much of an impact. You could literally have anyone play anyone. I've seen people have modded several characters. I've seen Sans versus Ness, Cloud versus Sephiroth. I've seen people modding Smash Brothers characters into this game. So it's like any matchup that you can think is possible. Just put them in a puzzle game, and there you are. I don't believe he does. No, unfortunately. Knowing him, he probably wouldn't. I don't think he'd be the type of person to, give out his trade secrets. If you get.
Oh, and Decibel takes it for a quick game. Takes it away from Arisu. Arisu having the stack on 2 sides. It's really hard to defend from.
All right, folks. Match point.
That was the one time we modded Solitaire to the game.
I gotta do that. I have to mod myself in the game now.
It is Kurt saying that the one time he modded you into the game.
It was a nice wholesome gift, actually. They actually they modded me, and it actually every time I won the game, it would say happy birthday from someone. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. It was actually very lovely. But in all seriousness, yeah, I at some point have to make a mod of myself. I don't know when, but I'll get on it at some point. Right now, 8 combo from Arisu though. It is match point, so Arisu got one on the board, so she can get another.
Arisu has a lot of panels to work with. She could mount a very strong attack with this, or just choose to use it defensively and set up for something a little more clean.
Decibel with a bunch of 4 combos incoming. Oh, there's a 5. Never mind. And then, okay.
5.
Well, 5 chain. Very unorthodox, but he'll take it. He'll take what he can get here.
Again, a classic matchup of the ages. These players have played each other so much. It's really a sight to see. Respective, what time is it in Japan?
It's like 9 a.m. Sunday, maybe 10 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah, both these players are Japanese, so I guess it's not that bad, but it's still early in the morning to get up.
We like to let people know that our community mostly it is very wide and like several different nationalities. We have players from Brazil, Germany, the United Kingdom, and especially Japan. Since the game is still very prevalent there. I believe the last time they had Evo Japan, Panel de Pon was on there.
Oh wow!
Actually, yeah, it was. I think it was 2020. It was in it was a side game in Evo Japan, but it was still a sight to see.
I wonder how long those games take, especially with the lag. Because
most of them go, from what I saw, like 7-8 minutes. They had to implement the over 10-minute rule like twice.
Got it.
But that was back in 2020. By now, most of the player base has extremely upped their game. The fact that we're not even shocked to see 10-minute matches at level 10, it's ridiculous. Like back then, tournaments would be like, maximum of 8, speed of 8. And those would take forever. So at some point, we had to say, okay, 10 is now the standard.
And yeah, we're at the situation again, so now we gotta figure out another solution.
Right now, though, Arisu making a lot of unnecessary clears. 6 combo, this is going to be a little tough spot for her, but now, nope, she makes the clear. Right now, though, the very few panels to work with. Okay, has someone second. She's going to go up to the second tier. Yep, make the match. And make another.
Both players just clearing and staying alive. We're gonna hit 3 minutes and 40 seconds now. Shosoul truly one of the college students of all time. What do you mean 9 a.m. is early? Yeah, I'm in college. That's why. I stay up late, so therefore.
That's right, Decibel's first 7 combo. Again, not exactly the most optimal, but he did it out of desperation to keep himself alive here. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do when it comes to this game, especially at this speed. Most likely, these players have been playing for quite a while. My guess is that fatigue certainly is going to be setting in right now.
Yeah. Of course, shout out to everyone, again, who has been watching. We love to have you here, and thanks again for supporting. For everyone who who either donated money, donated subs, or is just hanging around just to watch and be here to support. We love you all.
Also, shout out to the players. We had 24 entrants. I know we're only showcasing the top 8, but for all the other 16 entrants who came by, yo, shout outs to you guys. You guys, I'm sure you games must have gone fantastically. I cannot wait to hear the stories about how you toppled this foe or you did a massive combo into clear there, so on and so forth. But we want to thank all, most of the players who joined us in the tournament as well. We had mostly people from our community, but we had some folks originally from Puzzle Kingdom.
Oh,
5 minutes in, and Decibel takes it 5-1.
Or Arisu still stealing that perfect run away from Decibel.
Unfortunately, Decibel does not get that perfect sweep tournament that he's been hoping for. Perhaps next time, who knows what will happen from here.